Hey everyone! Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stories like this deserve to be shared. The first thing I remember from that night was the scent of vanilla candles mixing with cheap cologne, a sharp sweetness that made my stomach twist. My birthday party had started like any other. Friends laughing, fairy lights strung across the ceiling, and the faint hum of my playlist in the background. But something in the way she moved, the way she smiled too easily, made a knot tighten in my chest. My wife, Laura, was laughing with her friends near the center of the room, holding a glass of wine with that familiar sparkle I used to recognize as hers. But tonight it felt foreign. I tried to brush it off, telling myself it was the party, the crowd, the noise. I even sent her a playful text from across the room. "Save some cake for me, yeah?" She replied instantly. "Always. Don't be too jealous of my dancing." Dancing. That word shouldn't have unsettled me, but it did. The door opened then, and he walked in. Marcus, Laura's ex, the one I'd met a dozen times. Smiled it politely, and tried not to notice the lingering tension that had never fully disappeared between them. He stepped in, greeted a few people, and there it was, Laura's smile changing. Not happy, not nervous, but something I couldn't name. The music shifted, a slow, sultry rhythm filling the living room. And then I saw it. Laura reached out, guiding Marcus to the center of the floor. His hand found hers like it was always meant to, and the rest of the world blurred. My voice, my thoughts, all felt trapped behind a wall I couldn't break through. Their bodies moved together perfectly, intimately, just inches from each other. I wanted to step forward to speak, to grab her, but my hands froze. The champagne burned my throat as I forced myself to swallow, telling myself it was just dancing. It's just dancing. But when she leaned in close, whispered something in his ear, and laughed, a sound I hadn't heard for months, I realized I didn't know my wife anymore. And then he pressed his body against hers. I didn't know whether to run or to fall apart right there on the living room carpet. I backed away slowly, gripping my drink until my knuckles ached, trying to convince myself it was harmless. But my chest felt like it was being squeezed by an invisible hand, and every laugh that escaped her lips felt like a punch. I watched Marcus twirl her, hand lingering on her lower back longer than it should, and my mind raced through every memory of trust, every promise we'd made. I tried calling her casually, but my voice cracked when I said, "Hey, are you okay?" She glanced at me, eyes bright, lips curved, and replied, "I'm fine, just having fun." Fun with the man she'd left behind. I wanted to scream, but the sound caught in my throat. The whispers started then, friends nudging each other, a few glances that I couldn't miss. One of them leaned close and muttered, "Wow, didn't expect that tonight." I followed their gaze and felt my stomach drop. Every subtle touch, every laugh, every whispered joke, none of it was casual. I remember checking my phone compulsively, hoping for a message that might explain it. Something, anything. But the only notification was a photo from a friend across the room. Laura and Marcus pressed together, smiling for the camera, her hand on his chest like she owned the moment. My heart stopped. I wanted to confront her right then, pull her away, demand answers. But when I opened my mouth, the words dissolved into air. I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe. The room felt smaller, the music louder, and the laughter that once felt like home now pierced me like shards of glass. And then I noticed her phone light up on the table. She glanced down, smiled at the screen, and typed back quickly. My stomach twisted again. She wasn't even hiding it. Whoever was messaging her, whatever she was saying, it was private, intimate, and it wasn't me. I walked closer, pretending to talk to someone else, just to watch her. Marcus leaned in again, whispering something that made her laugh like she hadn't in months. I could see the ease between them, the history, the spark I thought long dead. And for the first time, a sick, sharp certainty settled in my chest. This wasn't just a dance. She had moved on, or maybe she never left. And in that moment, I realized there was no way this night would end quietly. I finally couldn't hold back. I pushed through the crowd, heart hammering, every step heavy, and stopped just behind them. Laura looked up, her smile faltering slightly when our eyes met. Marcus's grin didn't change. He didn't even notice me. Laura, I said, my voice low, shaking, carrying a weight I didn't know I had. She turned fully toward me, the glow from the fairy lights catching her hair, making her look almost untouchable. We need to talk. Her eyes widened, not surprise, but calculation. Not now, she said, brushing it off, stepping closer to him. It's my birthday, just let me enjoy it. I felt something inside me snap. All the whispered reassurances, the smiles, the pretending everything was fine. It crashed down in a single wave. Enjoy it? Laugh with him? On our night? Do you even hear yourself? My words were sharper than I intended, slicing through the music, the laughter, the crowd. People turned, watching. Marcus's hand fell slowly from her back, tension in his shoulders. Hey, man, maybe... Don't. I snapped. His presence didn't matter. None of it did. Only her did, or at least a version of her I thought I knew. Laura's lips parted, and for a moment, I saw a flicker of guilt. Just a flicker. But then she straightened, trying to mask it with charm. You're overreacting. It's just dancing. It's never just dancing, I said, voice cracking. Not with him. Not with anyone else. I trusted you. Silence fell. My friends, the guests, the laughter, they all felt suspended in that moment, heavy and unyielding. Laura opened her mouth again, but no words came. I didn't wait for excuses or apologies. I took a step back, feeling the heat and humiliation burn through me, and I left the room. Outside, the cold night air hit me like a wave, and I realized something I had known deep down but avoided admitting. This marriage was over, whether she wanted to be or not. I didn't need answers. I didn't need fights. I needed myself back. I turned, walked away from the lights, the music, and the people, feeling the weight lift slightly with each step. The betrayal was raw, stinging, and unforgettable, but so was the clarity that I could survive it. If you ever felt blindsided by someone you trusted, you know the ache of realization. It's sharp, it's painful, and it teaches you to protect your heart. Share your thoughts in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Because sometimes facing heartbreak is the first step to finding yourself again.